The best putters in the world get 4 things right when they make putts: a perfect setup, a perfect stroke, a perfect speed, and a perfect direction. Seymour's patented and proven rifle scope technology putting system helps golfers improve all 4 areas. Here's how. First, get in a comfortable posture. Square the face to the target line using the putter's alignment line. Then hide the red dot. Doing these 3 things will set you up in an optimal stance, square to the putter, square to the target line, and with your head, shoulders, hips, and hands in alignment. Now you're locked onto the target, like radar, free to putt with confidence the same way every time. Take your game to the next level by becoming a great putter with a Seymour.
Okay. Will it go to my email too?
Yeah, it'll go both. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Darlene. So here's your video today. So a couple things. The first recommendation, because you're going to start to swing the golf club a little bit harder, faster, having your feet a little bit wider. Is my first recommendation.
Right. Right. Wide meaning inside, like shoulder length.
Just
right? Or shoulder width.
Just move your right foot about 2 inches, left foot about 2 inches, and that's plenty. Okay. You don't have to get super wide.
Okay.
We're going to use Lydia here, but okay, you can see she's a little bit wider, not much.
Right.
All right.
Right.
All right. So what we talked about is as you swing the golf club.
Right.
When you get to the top of your backswing.
Right.
The other recommendation, just so you have a better stable platform, is when you get to the top of your backswing, your foot rolls over.
Yeah,
see how
I got to plant that one a little better.
Right. Just like as you were back in softball, you're gonna dig that. Ask the umpire for timeout. Right.
Dig it in.
Right. Or in the meantime, find a little doorstop or something and put it half on, half off.
Okay.
Or like a carpet. You know, right.
Okay. And that'll force myself.
Maybe an old book or an old telephone book or something like that.
Nothing that really has to be real high.
No.
Enough to give me a little lift.
Just to give you that
angle.
Right.
Okay.
And that'll because as you see when you go through your swing, you watch how you plant it. Right. So it's over.
Yeah. And then.
Well, you plant, right?
Yeah.
See, you plant it, and then your hips start to move, right?
Okay.
But if I take you there, look, your hands are already farther down, almost at impact.
Right.
Okay. So just looking at you and Lydia, right? So now she's ready to push off sooner.
She's ready to go. Right.
Right. And there you can see where the weight is. Her weight is on the left side. I wish I had her on a mat to see the pressure. But at this stage, do you see how you're only at 50% in your
my
weight
shift.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I should be more here.
You should be 60-40.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Right. You should That's 80-20.
Right.
Okay. Right. So that's where you should be as well. All right. But when I put both of you girls at impact, who put more lower body into the golf shot?
Oh, she did.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. And so
that's where you get.
So you have the background.
Yeah.
Right. Baseball, any rotational sport has it.
Okay.
Right. So you know it's lower body, even just throwing a ball.
Right.
Right. We'll get you that way. All right. Second, so without the weight shift too. All right. We're talking about this angle.
Right.
With the golf club.
Right. To keep the almost like the wrist cocked stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But you're going to cock your wrist and you're going to hold that angle longer.
Right.
But the longer you hold it, let's say,
right,
the more leverage you have into it.
Right.
Right. So there's the cast. We call it cast. It's basically like you're casting a fishing rod.
Right.
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 You threw the fishing rod out here.
Right.
You're releasing the golf club.
Way. Yeah.
Right. You're releasing the golf club at around 10 o'clock.
Right. And I should be more at
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or try to get it to 6.
7.
Right. So the drill is just go get one of those little tiny sticks.
Can I use an old
golf club?
An old shaft?
Yeah, that's it. or an old driver, just turn your driver the opposite way.
Yeah, I have tons of them.
Right,
Yeah.
just hold it by the neck. Right,
Yeah.
right. You're going to hold it like this,
And
then swing the stick.
Yeah.
The longer stick, the better the sound.
Okay.
Don't swing a wedge because it's hard to hear.
Yeah.
Swing the driver or the
Okay.
3-wood and get a longer stick.
I have an old shaft from a driver.
Yeah.
That doesn't have the head on it.
Don't swing the swing
the opposite side.
Yeah, put some tape around it so we don't cut your hands or anything like that. But yeah, like swing the grip side down there so it gives you a little bit of weight. You have to have a little bit of
weight on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and that'll help you.
Okay.
All right.
Rory McIlroy is only 5'9", 161 pounds. But in the U.S. Open, he bombed his drives an average of over 310 yards. Our question is, how does a golfer Rory's size get so much length off the tee? The key to generating distance is what's called the kinetic chain, drawing energy from the ground up through the legs, through the torso, into the arms, and into the club. And in the middle of that kinetic chain is a critical link, the hips. And it's Rory's extraordinary hip action that caught the eye of Dr. Greg Rose. At the Titleist Performance Institute, Dr. Rose has worked with many of the world's best golfers, including Rory, using technology to analyze aspects of the golf swing that are difficult to see with the naked eye.
Rory's got that beautiful tempo, but as he comes through impact, all of a sudden something very different happens, which makes a lot of us sports science guys look at this and go, wow, what's going on there? If we look at hip speed, most amateurs are around 300 to 350 degrees per second. That's how fast they're rotating. Most tour players are around 550 degrees. Rory gets to this amazing 720 degrees per second on the downswing.
What's truly remarkable about Rory's hip acceleration is that it has another gear, reverse.
So if I'm looking at anatomy, you got to understand your abdominals, they run diagonally. Those are called your oblique abdominals. They start on your rib cage and they run down to your pelvis. So imagine it's like a rubber band attached to either side, and as that rubber band is contracting, it's going to grab both sides and pull them closer together. So in Rory's case, those abdominals fire so hard, it actually takes his lower body and it actually spins in the opposite direction. Right there, it's actually moving 377 degrees per second the opposite direction, which is just crazy.
In other words, for a split second, Rory's hips actually move backward faster than most golfers ever move their hips forward. This reverse rotation is extremely rare. Out of the hundreds of pros he's analyzed, Dr. Rose has only seen it a handful of times. And while it isn't the key to Rory's length, it's an amazing indicator of the intense torque Rory uses to generate ball speeds of over 175 miles per hour, among the fastest in the world. Of course, Rory McIlroy didn't win the U.S. Open just by being long off the tee. His ball striking helped him set the Open record, hitting an amazing 62 out of 72 greens in regulation. For ESPN Sports Science, I'm John Brinkus.
Well, the most important thing in a golf swing to me is the movement of the lower body from the top of the swing. And if you don't mind, I'll demonstrate. First off, you start down below with your knees and your hips. At the top of the swing, you move the lower part of your body, not your shoulders, the lower part of your body, letting your arms and hands follow, bringing you into position to hit. But this is the first movement there. Then you release at the bottom. Most people do it entirely opposite. They rotate their shoulders first instead of their lower body. As a result, they come across the ball and hit the outside of the ball instead of the back of it. If you don't mind, I'll hit a ball, and the first thing to watch is what starts first from the top of the swing.